Right here in my hand, I have a ton of DS Pokemon games. And with these copies, there's a lot of variety in here. For example, this is a Japanese copy of Pokemon Pearl. We also got Pokemon Black, Black 2, Pokemon White right here. But what I want to get into is the fact that events ended a long time ago on these games. We all know this. We do still have modern day Pokemon events, but a lot of people say they are just not as good as events we had in the past. One thing that a lot of people did not actually know is that if you put a Pokemon game like Pokemon Black 2 into your DS in 2023, you can still claim old event Pokemon. Even though the events ended years ago, for these games, there is still a way using the DNS method to claim these old event Pokemon. This works for Gen 5 as well as Gen 4 games, but the method is a little bit different depending on which generation you're doing. This doesn't work with any 3DS game like Pokemon Ultra Moon, so don't expect to do that, but in this video, I'll be showing you how to do it for Gen 4 and 5. One thing before we get started, if you can, subscribe to the channel and make sure you have notifications set to all. This will make sure that when I upload a new video, you'll be notified right away, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Okay, so since I already have Pokemon Black 2 in my 2DS, I'm going to show the Gen 5 Pokemon games method first. And on this 2DS, I'm going to go into the system settings. In here, you have to configure your internet settings, and specifically the DNS settings. So go on over to internet settings on the bottom screen, and then click on connection settings, and I'm going to have to definitely blur out some stuff on here for personal info. The Wi-Fi I'm using right now is connection 3, so I'm going to press this button. But if you're on connection 1 or 2, then press those. Once you're in this menu, go over to change settings, and go to the second page by pressing the arrow, and then click on DNS. If you've never done anything like this before, it's probably going to have auto obtain on yes, and you want to change that to no, which will unlock the detailed setup button. One thing I want to mention that's really important in this menu is that I'm going to show you what to type in for the primary DNS, but it very well may change in the future. At the time of recording this video, what you type in for the primary DNS is 167.86.108.126. From what I've heard, that secondary DNS does not matter and you can leave it blank. So just press OK and then you're going to want to boot up the game of your choice. Keep in mind at this point of the video that this method I just showed is specifically for the Gen 5 game. So let's go boot it up and check it out. So first, I'm going to be trying out my Japanese copy of Pokemon Black because in the past, I actually got almost every single event claimed on Pokemon Black 2 already. Dang, I cannot remember the last time I was on the screen right here. Oh my gosh. So for this menu right here, I kind of just have to guess because I cannot read anything it says right here. We're going to start with the top button to click on it, and yeah, still no more English. Oh, it actually says Wi-Fi right there. This looks promising. Okay, let's just press the A button and Wi-Fi. You know, this actually might be the right thing. And you can see up there in the top right, there is a green icon, meaning I am connected. If you did not have the correct DNS settings, that part would not be green at all. Okay, now it's gone. Let's just wait, and no description available. I'm not sure what this is. Hey, we just got a Pikachu to pop up. Okay, so we got a Pikachu event, no description available, so I don't know what event Pikachu this is, but let's go check it out in game. Okay, so here's the delivery man, and I'm not going to be able to read anything he says, but he's giving me a Pikachu, and as far as I could tell, that was not a shiny Pikachu. It should be right here in my party with my Snivy, so let's see, level 6. Oh, it's a level 100 Pikachu, what the heck? Okay, so this Pikachu is met at level 100. It says 2002, but that's just because the date in my 2DS is wrong. It is an event, so the Pikachu is in a Cherish Ball, and you can see the original trainer name is PCT. If I had to guess, maybe it's Pokemon Center Tokyo. I'm not entirely sure, but you can claim as many events as you want, so here's the next one. I just claimed a bunch of event Pokemon on the Japanese copy. For example, this Genesect right here, a really rare Pokemon, but I don't want to ruin the surprise for the English copies. I'm going to move on now to the Gen 4 games, and we're going to do Pokemon Soul Silver. Guys, it's Kev here, and I'm editing the video right now, and I wanted to re-explain this part better than I did when I first filmed it. So this menu you see me in right here, you can access on your 3DS in the system settings. If you don't have a 3DS though, you don't have to actually use this menu. You can access the same menu on your actual game. In this menu, you want to input your SSID, which is basically your Wi-Fi name. You can see on the right side of the screen that I have a phone right there, and specifically an Android phone. What you have to do is have an Android phone and then actually create a hotspot. And yes, it does have to be either an Android or some type of phone that can have a unlocked hotspot. You have to be pretty specific because you have to make a hotspot on a phone that can have no password and be 2.4 gigahertz. Once that is set up and turned on, use your 3DS or DS and go in this menu right here and then scroll down to auto obtain DNS after you've put in the SSID. Make sure auto obtain DNS is on no and then go down to primary DNS, and right here this is where you put in the same IP as earlier. Once you've made sure that your SSID is correct, you're connected to the hotspot that has no password and 2.4 gigahertz, you can try a test connection. If it pops up saying connection successful, then you're good to cancel out of this menu and boot up your Gen 4 game. Now I've booted up into Pokemon Soul Silver, and luckily this time I can actually read what everything says. Now I'm going to click on receive gift and then go down to get via Nintendo Wi-Fi connection and connect, and it should work right up here. There we go. We now have 3 green bars, and this is on a Gen 4 game, so obviously events ended years and years ago. There was nothing active. Ooh, there we go. Make a wish with Jirachi. That is a very good first gift, and oh my gosh, there he is. So this is on Pokemon Soul Silver. You can do this on Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, or Soul Silver, or even Black 2, White 2. You guys already saw me do that earlier, but it says please pick up your gift from the delivery man in any Pokemart. Now I'm in the Pokemart. It's a little bit different than on Pokemon Black and White 2, where you could just be in the Pokemon Center, but I just got my Jirachi. It's level 5 from the summer 2010 event, and yeah, this method for Gen 4 games is a little bit harder than Gen 5 because you do need an Android with an open hotspot. You can see right here on the hotspot there is no password, and you have to make sure the bandwidth is on 2.4 gigahertz. The problem with using something like an iPhone hotspot is the gigahertz will usually be incorrect and you cannot have no security. One last thing, I don't have the app right now on my 2DS, but if you want to move these Pokemon from Poke Transporter to Pokemon Bank and then even up to Pokemon Home, you can do so. There has been a bit of debate in the past whether these Pokemon should be considered fully legitimate or not. I think they should, but it's really up to you. A lot of people claim these Pokemon just to keep them on these old games, but some people transfer them up. If you want to, leave a comment down below with your thoughts, but that is it for this video. That's it for me, guys, and I will see you all soon. Peace out, everyone.